and today I want to present to you my new Fiesta Cal, which is my 2019 upcoming Cal. And I will host it in my own Facebook group, which is called TINNA'S CROCHET CLUB, and you'll find the link in the description below. First of all, I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about the yarn stats and the colors, but first I just wanted to introduce the project. And so this here is my Fiesta blanket in the making still. Always the organized one. But as you can see, it's made up of different parts of octagons and small squares, and then there will be some triangles too. So lots of pieces. So if you're down under, it's quite all right to work it over the winter. It's just lots of small pieces that you then join together. So the idea behind this blanket is actually that I have this dream of mine to have, well, it's more like it's a dream house that I want to buy someday, preferably in Havana, where I can have this like inside patio, and I want to lay it with like all different mismatching tiles, you know, so it's just so pretty. You do this a lot actually in Cuba when you need to, it's more for necessity, but I really like the idea to have like different kinds of tiles and match them together. So until I can save up for my dream house, I will get there, I'm doing a blanket instead. So the idea is to have like different tiles, so each piece would be like a tile then. And it all has the same form, as you can see. It's all flowers that have the same form, but then there are 3 different types of flowers. So you have different versions of the flowers. So it's sort of like this mix matching tile thing that I was going for. And then I also have 3 different types of the little squares. And one is actually my saga square, which is like a geometrical one. I wanted to mix it up a bit with that one too. So it's lots of fun little parts. And also, of course, you can make a pillowcase for it, or hot plates, or what have you. Nice little Christmas presents maybe. So it's a very versatile, and you can do it in 4 sizes, or really you can obviously just do it in any size you want. But in the pattern, I will go have guidance for 4 sizes for a baby blanket with just 12 octagons, for a medium one with 20, a big one for 35, and then the full Fiesta, which I'm going for, which is 63 octagons. And well, I'm more than halfway there, so just crocheting along now. So this is the idea behind it, to do this matching tile thing, and it's really just also a fiesta of colors, which we're going to talk about next. Okay, so next up, the yarn. This is very important, obviously. I'm working mine with fingering weight. I think you call that 4-ply in the States, and the 3mm hook, so it's quite fine, actually. And as always, I'm working with stash because I like that much better. I like to mix and match a bit. And this time there will be no kits available for the cowl. Yeah, I know, I'm going out on a limb here. Because I really want to encourage you guys to go yarn busting, because we all have this, or stash busting, sorry. We all have our lovely stash. And what I do, when I start making a new project, I will go through my stash and I'll kind of go separating the colors that I like together. And from there, that becomes something like a blanket. And what I also like to do, because we all want to shop a bit, you know, I'm not insane, I'm not, you know, saying that you shouldn't shop yarn, but I like to do a mixture of buying some and then using up your stash, because it's both satisfying to use up your stash because you already have it, then you don't have to spend any more money, and also just gives a really good depth to have different types of tones of each color and stuff like that. So what I did was that I found a main color, which is this gray here, which I think is just beautiful. It's from Jameson & Smith, it's wool. I always like to work with wool. I know many of you like acrylic, but I do not. So I usually work with some kind of wool blends. And this is just the most gorgeous gray. I really love it. And it makes, because I have all kinds of very bright colors for the flowers. And when you have, you know, a lovely gray like this for contrast, it really makes the bright ones pop, as you can see, you know. They really pop next to the gray. So what I did is to mix up stash and buying. So I just bought the main color. So, and this gives the a stash busting project a very nice, like wholesome look when you have just one main color. I'm mixing it up a bit. I'm using some of my stash for that as well, but you know, Generally, it's just this color for the main color. And then I just took all my stash that was fingering weight, and I bought some extra as well, because you want these extra bright ones, you know, really bright yellow and bright pink for the flowers. So basically I bought some extra fancy skeins, even some hand-dyed stuff for the popping, like the flower colors here. And then I'm using stash for that as well. But you know, you can always indulge and buy a bit. It's fun to do that. And you know, if you don't buy any more yarn, how are you going to get some more stash? So when I organize my stuff, here you can see I have the flower colors. Basically, it's the yellow, orange, red, pink. There are more colors, but these are the main colors. And then I have here all my blues and grays, which I'm using as contrast. And then when you're organizing your stash to make a project like this, it's good to take your smallest balls or skeins, leftovers, and have them separately, because you can really use those here in the details in the middle. You can use up tiny little balls of yarn for the details in the middle, which is very nice. So I know a lot of you guys like the kits, because you know, you say you have trouble choosing colors or you know, whatever, and I think I hear you, but I'm just gonna go ahead with my ideology, which is choosing the colors is such a huge part of the creativity process of making a crochet blanket. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna say it out loud, I'm forcing you to do it on your own. Such a nice girl I am. But there are some tricks that you can use when choosing your colors, which I want to show you, because really it's not that you're maybe bad at it, maybe you just haven't practiced that much, you know, and maybe you're just not confident in it. But the best tip I can give you actually is go with your gut and your first instinct. Like when you see the project, what color pops into your mind, go with that one. So I have made this very rudimentary color wheel here to show you guys. You can go online and just Google color wheel and you will get a nice, like, computer made one, not scribbled up by me, but just to give you an idea. So there are some tricks that you can always use. For example, we have the core colors, which are yellow, blue and red. From these three colors you make all other colors by mixing them up, except for white and black, but yeah. So and then when you mix red and blue you get purple, blue and red you get green, and yellow and red you get orange. So basically the idea is, if you are wondering what to do, I would say, what's your favorite color? Is it pink, for example? Then you just can go with pink and the colors that are surrounding in the same family. If you make a blanket which would have pink, orange and red flowers, it would be beautiful. And then for your contrasting color, because this is very important in mosaic crochet also, because we're always playing with this contrast of showing pattern with using contrasting colors. Then for your contrast, it's best to go in the opposite direction. So for purple, the contrast for purple is orange. For pink, it would be light green. And for red, it's green. You see? So for contrast for this, maybe you could go with blue and yellow, for example. And I mean, there's no wrong way of doing it, really, it isn't. And another thing, if you're scared to make all these choices on your own, this is a crochet along. We're all there to help, you know, and I at least love it when you guys post a pic in the group saying like, I'm thinking about my colors, what do you think? And usually tons of people weigh in and give nice, you know, support and opinion on how to go with it. But there are loads of tricks like this. For example, just keep in the same color family and you'll do just fine. So I also wanted to just mention one more thing, and that is, you see I use a lot of bright colors, okay? But the thing that makes the bright colors pop is not just the gray in the back, but also when you mix bright colors with some earthy tones, it really makes them pop more, you see? Like here, for example, the pink in the middle here, it pops more because it has these earthy tones around it. So it's okay to use, like here also, when I use this pink here, which is kind of mudded, but then this pink just gets even brighter, you know? So it's okay to use from your stash. You don't have to use all just fun colors. I mean, I know the funnest colors are the brightest one, at least for me. But you can really mix it up a bit, and like to give it more depth, then go with the neon ones, but also have some earthy tones there to give it like a savory feel to it. It just adds layers, you know, it adds depth to the colors. So yeah, just basically go for it, go for your gut. What's your favorite color, and go from there, you know. And you know, do use your stash. It's such a great feeling when you get to use up those little balls and leftovers from other projects, you know. And just lastly, you can cheat a bit. I mean, I'm doing fingering weights, but I will do some, if I have some very nice color in DK, you can cheat a bit, but you just have to know how to do it. Like, you know, you can cheat with both flower and main color in the same one. You have to have like a balance in it. But it's really just such fun to work with the colors. And then lastly, but not least, you can also just do this in 2 colors. So if you're having trouble with your colors and you would like some guidance or whatever, you can go to the group, but you can also just choose 2 colors. You can just do 1 background color and 1 flower color, and then either do for the frame a color C like here, or just use the flower color as well. And it looks beautiful in 2 colors as well. So that's always an option. But really, you know, have fun and experiment, because with all the details in the middle of the flowers, it's such fun to experiment with you know, different colors and stuff. And like here, for example, I've done like a bit of a fade. I love to have like bright yellow in the middle and then a bit lighter one here, and then I did a bit of a fade in the pink. And I mean, it's just endless possibilities, and I've had such great fun with the colors and this. And I mean, it is Fiesta, so I recommend bright, but I'm sure it will look beautiful in any colors. Also, if you just want to buy for the complete project, or also for when you're organizing your stash to see how much you've got, I've just released the yarn stats for fingering weight and also for DK weight on my website. The link is in the description here below. So please go check that out and see, you know, go rummaging your stash and see what colors you have, and then maybe you can go with girlfriend and buy some extra for those, you know, extra bright colors or whatever you want for the flowers, and then some background color to tie it all together. I think that's it. I'm just really excited for this to start. And again, we'll start on the 25th of October. It'll be in my own Facebook group, TINNA'S CROCHET CLUB, where we'll have lots of support. I'll be doing video tutorials for all the bits. And the pattern will be available on my website, Etsy, and Ravelling. So let the fun begin.